Testing. Mic check. 1, 2. Testing, 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 testing. I'm not going to use these, but I just need to make sure we all good. We recording there. We recording there. Recording there. All right, let's check. A few minutes late, but whatever. Let's check the live stream. I don't know why that still shows that. Hey. We look good. We sound good. Let's do this. All right, where is? What's that about? What the hell is that? What the hell? What that's about? Probably should get some juice going here. Whoops. All right, let's get this up here. Bam. I don't know how that happened. That's good. That's good. Make sure one more time. Just gotta make sure we good everywhere, y'all. And then I'm gonna get going. I got a guest coming on tonight. My big bro EB from Texas. I'm gonna drop him in. If he's still awake. He wanted to record a little earlier, but I had to tell him. I don't get started till 8, so we can't get in. We can't go yet till about 8:30. Till about 8:30, my brother. My bad. Let's see. Yes, sir. Man, I missed last week. My bad. I've been being pretty consistent. Man, my thing is tripping out on me. I gotta get my background set up right, man. This artificial stuff ain't where it's at. Yeah, what I was saying, yes, sir, man. We back. We back with another. Hold on. My shit ain't working. There we go. Haha. There we go. Yes, sir. We back. Another episode of the Thorn City Spotlight Show, SNL. That's Saturday Night Live, for those who don't know. And we are coming to you live from the Thorn City HQ. Man, I had my dungeon set up for the Saturday Night Lives. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I was moving stuff back and forth and setting up the cameras and getting the focus. And, man, it's a lot of work when you're doing it by yourself. So I decided to just set up here at the HQ, man, and just rock it out here, man. I love the space. I love the spot. It's my happy place. I always get this place puts a smile on my face when I walk in the door, and got my receptionist out there sitting and come in and speak to her, and if I need anything, she gonna help me out. And I come on in here and enjoy the view up here on top of Thorn City. I can really see Thorn City from here. Since it's Thorn City, it was only right that I get a view of Thorn City. You see it back there. That's really the view. But I was saying earlier, the windows here is like a mirror. It's like a mirror, so I can't record and get the view in the background. So I had to take a picture of the view and artificially place it behind me. And so that's what you see. But that is actually the view when you're up here. Um, and but I do have an idea. Shout out to Tanisha, the Black Estate, the Black Estate podcast, the Black Estate Mag. Um, when we were filming her show over at GMP Studios, she brought in a banner she hung up. Her banner that she uses when she goes out and she does pop-up shows. I mean, not pop-up shows, pop-ups. Trade shows and stuff on the trade show backgrounds. And she put it up, and it really looked tight on the background. It looked real. So that's what I got to get up here. And so it'll be a real deal, and you won't see this. I don't know when y'all see this. The live stream, you only got you got the gray background on the wall. But I'm recording on my Riverside that I'll be putting out. That's what I'll put out of the clips and of the episode. It'll be that background. But you'll see how stuff kind of fades in and out, and that's just because of the green screen artificial background stuff. So got a fix for that. That's coming. Don't worry. We're going to get that right. But man, saying welcome back to another episode. It's your boy Naeem Hall, the Thorn City podcast guy. Tonight's Saturday Night Live episode. I'm not asking what's next anymore. I'm making sure what's underneath is solid. Once the foundation stops shifting, everything above makes sense. And so, the Thorn City Spotlight Show, it's not just conversations. It's a platform for entrepreneurs, creators, and community builders who are building something real and need the infrastructure to match. Because if you didn't know, visibility it ain't about fame. It's about focus. And this is the Thorn City Spotlight Show, SNL. Like I said, man. So, but before we get started, need y'all to tap in on the tap in, like my guy Seasoning would say. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like this, comment on it, share it, follow the page, all that good stuff. Because unfortunately, that's how the algorithm works. I hate begging and asking for followers. You always hope and expect your friends and family to like, share, and help you grow your stuff, but it don't always work like that. So you gotta ask. This is the point where you ask. And so if this show ever gave you any type of game, any insight, any perspective, that small action goes a long way. So get that out the way. But let's get into the episode. Like I was saying, I got a guest tonight, big bro EB, my bro Earl. He's gonna be tapping in because he tapped in with me. He reached out, and we're gonna discuss some things we've been discussing live on the show. But this is Thorn City, where you at, and I want to start tonight with a little perspective. I'm not rushing at this point. I'm not pushing the moment. I'm really just taking a second to really let it sit in where I'm at right now. I'm in a good space. I'm in a good spot, head-wise, clarity. Because for the first time in a long time, things are starting to feel steady for your boy. Not perfect, not complete, but steady. Business-wise and personally. I done dove into some different endeavors. And when you're building something from nothing, that stuff matters. So there's a season where you're working, where you're just working, a season where you're down yourself, and there's a season when the pieces starting to make sense. And so I feel like I'm stepping into that season where the work starts showing up and the vision starts holding weight. I just wanted to say that off the top. Off tops, as my guy Callie would say. What are we going to talk about tonight? Let's start here. Building the show versus recording the show. This is Saturday Night Live, the Spotlight Show. So either I'm spotlighting somebody, me, a guest, individual, or podcast topic, or any topic for that matter. But I'm into podcasting. I like to teach the podcasting, so we're gonna do a little podcast episode tonight. And so we're gonna start here at building the show versus recording the show. Anybody can record a podcast. Anybody. You turn on your phone and start recording, and you upload it, and you got a podcast. But building a show, that's different. That means clarity, intention, and repeatability. Recording is press go. Like I said, anybody can record a podcast. You turn on, hit the go, record, go, and you go. You download and upload. You got a podcast. But building is asking what happens after this episode. The cover art is easy. Mics are easy. But what lasts is the message, the format, the system behind it. And so I like to say this, and I've been saying this on a couple different posts, but that's why most podcasts don't fail because of talent. They fail because there was no system. So shout out to your boy. I went on ahead and I built my podcast host system. And so tap in on the tap in again if you need anything to do with podcasting. I've been in it respectively for 5-6 years, but theoretically a little longer than that. But I'm really just now getting into the weeds of it, where I can actually sit down and I can share messages about it, and I can sit down and teach. Shout out to my guy Marcus Williams, Taking Another Path podcast. He's coming in tomorrow. We're gonna record his first episode. But he tapped in with your boy and seen what I was doing, and he said, man, this brother could probably help me do what I'm trying to do. And so, man, we locked in. We worked out the particulars, and, man, we working. And so that's what it's about, man. So shout out to my guy, Marcus, man. I appreciate you, brother. Why podcasting actually works. Excuse me. Podcasting works because it slows people down. It lets people hear how you think, how you process, how you decide. And if you already have trust in your brand or your company, podcasting becomes an advantage. You're not introducing yourself. You're not deepening a relationship. And that's why starting a podcast is one of the smartest moves you can make when your mission needs momentum. Not for clout, but for clarity. And let me say this clearly. When you're just getting started, the beginning, when you putting it all together and you launching, I like to say your first 4 months. Let's say your first 4 months, 120 days. It's really not about your show. That's your testing phase. What I like to call your pilot era. It's where you build your cadence, your workflow, your muscle memory, consistency. It's where you stop guessing and you start learning. So if you judge your podcast too early, you'll quit too early. I always tell that, man. I don't be really honestly. I might check my numbers once a month. If you check those numbers daily, weekly, especially when you're first getting started, you might get discouraged because you're putting in all this time and all this effort, and off the top, it don't just crack off like that. And so, don't judge your podcast too early; you'll end up quitting. Systems first, results later. They say the average podcaster doesn't make it past 10 episodes, and so me, I think I'm getting close to 40, maybe 50, somewhere around there. So, shout out to your boy. That's the right one. I think that's the right one. And a round of applause for your boy, man. I done took breaks and pauses here, but I've been keeping it pushing for the most part. So it's pretty dope. And I'm just getting started, really. I done revamped, and now it's time for the re-ramp. And we on the move. So let's see, audio versus video. Um, Audio podcasting is really what podcasting is. It's real lean. Um, I say podcasting is like a radio show. When you start introducing video, now you're getting into the talk show, TV show type shit. Um, so audio podcasting, there's still a lane for that. There are absolutely people who strictly with the old school theory of podcasting, and they just do audio. Um, but video podcasting is definitely getting more. It's getting more prevalent, and it's because it's powerful. But the only thing about video, it's you get into production. You get into video production, and that's a little different beast. You got lighting. Let's see. Oh, I don't have. Let's see. No, you ain't gonna be able to see it on here. No. You got lighting. You got cameras. You got editing. You got brand presentation. It's a lot. A lot goes into video production, and the cost can accelerate quickly, quickly. But the goal isn't to do everything. The goal is to do what you can do to sustain, do what you can afford, and work with what you got. Just get started. Like I said, anybody can podcast. Really, podcasting is really about your message, connecting with your people directly, and you can do that through audio or just your iPhone. Really, that's video. It's high quality. These camera phones these days are very high quality. So just get started. Do what you got. You can get better. You can improve what you got along the way, or you can hit your boy up. I got the podcast host system set up here. You come book some studio time and use what I got. It's part of the DWI service I offer. And so let's talk about what people don't see. Some of these big wig podcasters, they got teams behind them, but you don't really see that. When you look at big podcasts, you just see the host. You don't see the team. But the biggest podcasts in the world, they're full media operations, and we can do that too. Just a little cost there. That's what we were doing over at GMP. I wish I would have gotten more into what I'm doing here when I was at GMP. We might still be there, but hey, everything happens for a reason. Where I'm at now, right up here on top of Portland City Grill, man, it's lovely. I ain't gonna lie to you. But full media operations, you got executive producer, you got a show producer, you got audio engineer, you got a video editor, you got a social clip team, you got distribution, you got analytics. And I could have went on and on, to be honest with you, but those are just the basics. But that's not luxury. That's how consistency happens. Like I said, most podcasts don't fail because the host isn't talented. They fail because one person is doing 10 jobs. Holla at your boy. But that's where I can help. That's where I can help the people. I got my DFY. I got DIY. I got DWI. But tonight we specifically on the DFY. The done for you. Because that's where I'm at in my journey. Man, I had a big good meeting across the hall. Bring in my guy. Shout out to my guy Andrew Morgan. Trying to get Caroline back on board. I'm getting Caroline back on board. It's just a matter of time and working out the logistics. But keep your fingers crossed for your boy, man. Hopefully the meetings went well, and I was able to provide all the information I needed to provide, and that'll allow them to make a decision and sign the dotted line with your boy. And man, if this happens, it's a whole new world, a whole new whole new world, whole new level for your boy Thorn City. We will be able to start really honing in on messaging and what I'm really out here to do with my platform. And so I think it's gonna happen, but you never know until it happens. So, hey, shout out to them for giving me a chance to even pitch the idea of what I can do for them. But if it don't work, you know what we do? We keep it pushing. Um, we do what we got to do, man, and it might not happen the time you want it to happen, but it's gonna happen right on time when it's supposed to happen. So the main thing is to keep it pushing, man. No excuses. I've been on my morning workouts, my fight camp, um, and it feels good to get up in the morning and get a workout in, punch that bag, release some frustration, and I get my core exercises in and get my stretches in. And man, it's been feeling good, man. I can't lie to you. So um, it's pretty dope. Where was I at? It's not one person doing more work. Um, well, I was talking about my DFY. How can I help with my DFY? Because it's not one person doing more work. It's multiple roles centralized into one accountable system. Um, when production is handled, I used to have my team. Shout out to my guy Just Stone, GMP. He's still operating. He's in Eastern Oregon right now. Working with my guy Tim James, the health hero. Shout out to them. Um, and the documentary. The documentary's coming. Y'all wait. The movie. It's gonna be sick. But yeah, when production is handled, the host stays focused, the message stays clean, and the show actually lasts. That's the value. And this is the truth. What you're paying for isn't a podcast, it's a production team and a system that doesn't fall apart. Um, so, real quick reality check. Let's get into the roles versus the costs. If you hire these roles individually, executive producer, show producer, audio engineer, video engineer, clip editor, distribution support. That's just the basics. Easily looking at 13 to 20 grand per month. Repeat that again: 13 to 20,000 per month if you hire all those people individually. So the DFY doesn't make it expensive. The DFY makes it efficient because I got people on my team who can actually do a few of those jobs. So you hire a couple of us and we'll take care of all those jobs versus having to hire all those people for jobs. But here's the smart part. The question is not to ask, how do we monetize immediately? Ask, how do we design this so it doesn't stay a cost forever? So how's that work? Production gets offset through aligned partnerships, presenting sponsors, relationships. I want to say ads, but that unless you really got a big brand and it's the people already trust you, that's a tough road too. So it's not really random ads. It's really all about alignment. You gotta align. Messaging aligns. That's how I got my first sponsorship for the Spotlight Show. When I first started, that was something I set out to do. I said I am going to find me a sponsorship because I helped quite a few people launch and start their show. Shout out to all them for letting me help them. They helped me by helping them. Some of them still going. Shout out to the Dirty Roses. Those ladies are still going, and they killing it. And so I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So that's tight. But I was saying I got my first sponsorship because I aligned with what was going on over at the Rivermark Community Credit Union. They had an in-bank spotlight where they spotlight and highlight, some of the businesses they work with. I got my spotlight show, so I pitched to them. How about I get some of the, your clients you got spotlighting in the bank, and let's get them spotlighted on my show. That's what alignment looks like. And they said, let's do it. We do a few of them. And I got a couple more. Actually, I got one. Is there one more? I think I got to get one more for them. But now that everything's starting to settle down, I was in the bank the other day, and she told me who I should reach out to. So I'll be reaching out to them here pretty soon. So yeah, man, alignment. It's not all about the numbers, man. If you're aligned, and you have a relationship and the trust is built, man, you can make it happen. And so, but that's not easy either. That's something you really got to work towards. Because most podcasts need to be built before that door opens. But like I said, if trust already exists, that timeline shortens. And so, like I was saying, numbers aren't everything. Downloads matter, but they don't matter. One aligned listener can be one. No, let me say that again. One aligned listener can be more valuable than 1,000 passive ones. Sponsors don't buy charts; they buy confidence. And all of this is thinking systems, structure, alignment led me to realization that podcasting is the door for me in particular. What I'm trying to do over here with my Thorn City platform, the Spotlight platform management company. Podcasting is the door, but infrastructure is what keeps people inside. Which brings me to my next evolution, the Thorn City Spotlight pop ups. The Thorn City Spotlight pop up series. It's not a podcast tour. That's the GMP pod tour. That's coming too. Mark my words. It's coming. Um, Shout out to my guy, Mr. Three the Hard Way, my Cuddy Jelani. Um, I really honed on in this idea when I did my first pop up at his first mastermind. His first mastermind. What was it? The AI mastermind. Um, Dope. And we just did another mastermind, the Run Your Lap mastermind. I popped up again. Dope. If you missed out, you missed out. Another one's coming on Valentine's Day. Stay locked in on the socials. We do a little push, a little promo heavy on. So stay locked in. You want to get in that building. You want to get in that room and tap in with the builders who's building. Come create your content. Come get on the Spotlight show. Leverage my audience. Collaboration posts. All type of good game going on in those rooms. So shout out to Mr. Three the Hard Way, the mastermind. Um, Visibility. It's my pop-up series. It's a visibility activation. Um, it's gonna be social media campaign promotions. Real rooms, real people, real energy. Studios are controlled. Real rooms are honest, and that's where trust compounds. So, waiting on my new AIs to come in, um, so I can do the podcast Guy Vision, powered by Meta AI, POV point of view. It captures what the camera misses, the walk-ins, the side conversations, the laughter, real reactions. That's authenticity. That's authenticity, and authenticity scales. Let's see where we at here. What my brother say? Navy fool. Let's see. Content versus experience. Most content is watched. Experiences are felt. That's the difference. I got the screens coming. Social media is rendered attention. Screens are placed attention. When people start seeing themselves on these screens and in spaces in real environments, they ain't gonna ask how much this costs. They gonna ask, how do I stay visible? And that's leverage. What Thorn City really is. I see Thorn. That's Thorn City behind me. That's Portland, Oregon, Rose City. Thorn City is what I like to call it. It's not a podcast brand. It's a visibility network powered by media. We don't sell episodes. We deploy infrastructure. We don't chase platforms. We build networks. Um, some brands are destinations. Thorn City is a network. Some create content. We own visibility. It's your boy, Naeem Hall, the Thorn City Podcast guy. See you next week for another version of the Spotlight Show, SNL, Saturday Night Live. But before I let y'all go one more time, tap in on the tap in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like it, comment, share it, follow the show. Support is free. Let me say that again. Support is free. And it helps more than you think. Till next time, this is the Thorn City Spotlight Show. Be seen, be heard, be remembered. Oh, and don't go too fast. Like I said, no, it's not gonna work live. I just thought about that. It's not gonna work live. So, and then I'm gonna have to put my headphones on. Let's see. Let me text my brother. Let's see. See if my bro Ebeezy Leezy. My bro gonna tap in one time. See if I can get him in here. Let's see. Oh, let's get this. Let's do the headphone joints. Mic check, mic check. Let's see. Is it this one? Mic check, mic check. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Is it this one? It is this one. Let's see if he gonna get in. Ebeezy. He ain't gonna be able to watch him. Like, man, I don't know how to do this. crazy sometimes. Life be crazy, man. Shout out to shout out to special someone who's been showing me the light in a lot of different ways. I appreciate you. Alternative. What is this nigga talking about? Let me let me connect my Bluetooth here. Let's see if I can. Damn, I gotta get rid of them. Excuse me. Yes, join studio, my brother. Yep. Gia. Next. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't know what he talking about. He said next. Okay, next. What's next? Let me see here. Let me do this real quick. Let's see. I don't know. Damn it. Oh, I wonder. No, I don't have to do that. Should be able to join from browser, no? I'm about to call it, brother. Man, I don't know what he have. Let's see. Oh, you do need the app, huh? Oh, shit. Let me see.
Please leave your message for 50320.
EB,
What's up, bro?
what's up, brother? You live right now.
Oh man, I didn't even know I was just gonna have me live. Okay, what's up?
What was it doing when you went in there? I think you do need the app. I think
Yeah, okay, okay.
they try
I'll
and make
check
you
that out.
download the app.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it right now. I told you about my computer skills.
You on the computer? Why don't you just do it on your phone?
Nah, we could just talk right now.
You want to just
We
talk
could
right
just
here?
talk a little bit. Yeah, we do a little bit right now. Then we could catch up. In a few weeks. Now I know what to talk to you about. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
It's all good.
For sure.
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. I was ready
All right.
for y'all too.
You
I was
ready?
ready for y'all too. I had that Niners background.
Did you?
Yeah. Nah, I'm doing all right. I miss all my folks though.
Punk
I
ass
miss all my
Niners.
folks.
The Niners fucked me off, man. I was
I
going
ain't
to the
all
Super
right.
Bowl if they would have made it. I lost and won a bet at the same time.
Hey, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
If the Niners made it to the Super Bowl, she was gonna take me to the Super Bowl with her.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I will tell. Since you're not a Niners fan, you don't care. But if you are a Niners fan,
Oh
I
yeah,
know
I'm a
you have
Niners
that.
fan for sure.
Oh, I was about to say, you don't
Absolutely.
want to go. You don't really want to go to the Super Bowl, but you might want to. But you're gonna be in there so long, and you can't rewind nothing.
No,
Hey, I
it's
went
all
to the
good.
World Series.
It's the experience.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Niners in the Super Bowl at home.
Yeah.
But because I'll go to a Super Bowl. If I had the opportunity, I'll go. But not with the Niners. Anyhow, enough about that. Now I'm doing all right. How you been, brother?
Oh man, I'm doing all right, my man. I'm just keeping it pushing. That's about it.
Well, I know we only got time for one hot topic. So what you got?
One hot topic. You got to go.
Well, I thought we had till.
We got to ever, nigga. It's my platform. It's my time. Nigga. We got time. We got time.
Well, shoot.
No, it's whatever. When you own and operate your own shit, it's on you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's do one quick one. Let's do one quick good one, and then we'll get together so I can get on camera with y'all.
You gonna get on camera?
Yeah, I might as well. They might as well see you. Hey, if you know me, my fault. If you know who Earl Brown is, then they want to see who I am. If you don't know, you want to see who I am. But if you do know, you want to see how I'm doing. You want to see
I'm
it?
still use this, and I'm gonna put a picture up. When you send me a picture, what picture you want me to post?
Oh, okay. I hear you. All right. Ooh,
I still make sure they see you.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
we can make sure this way, this technology, we can make it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you on picture? Or are you in studio?
No, I'm in the studio right now. I'm in the studio. Yeah,
Well,
I'm in my studio.
I could be in studio too, because with a picture you can't see me move. You understand?
No, you can't see the
move.
movements. Yeah, that's ain't nothing like it. And see, that's the other thing. It's one thing being on the computer and being in the connected over the Wi-Fi, but actually in person in studio, that's even better.
Right. Well, I'll talk to you about the Wi-Fi later. Well,
yeah.
you already know. So all of a sudden, the Wi-Fi just went slow in December, and so I ain't even worried about it. Well, they do little funny stuff with the TV, but I was living amongst funny people too. Let's get one in real
but
fast.
just from the people that don't know, my guy, me and my bro EB, we go way back, man. To when I was a little youngster, man, and EB ran with Big Bro, and so that's how I met EB, man. And so EB's Big Bro, and it's been shit. I'm 45, so it had to have been at least 35 years now. We throw 35 in.
Yeah. Stop it off. Hey, I'm 49er this year. If they would have won this year, I would have just flew through the roof. That's what I was looking forward to. I was like, yeah. But hey, you already know this young man right here. I always knew he was going. he's a superstar. You know, he's such a respectable young man. Hey, man, he hugged with us. He was always he hugged. He didn't leave as much when we left, but every time we was at the house, he was chilling with us. But we
you
went then
know,
we. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna soak up the game. I always been quiet, but I'm very observant and I'm very tapped into what's going on around me. So I'm gonna pick up the good game.
That's how we get
I'm
to
gonna
our
learn.
ages.
I'm gonna learn
That's how we
what to do. This is what I learned with Big Bro Dre. I learned what to do and what not to do.
hey, that's it. That's it. Hey, that's called logic right there.
Yes.
That's called logic. There's only two things. You got to get to those. You got to get to those as fast as possible. What to
Yeah.
do and what not to do. The
What to do
faster
and
you
what
get
not to
there,
do.
all decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, since we just I had a few questions. I had quite a few questions to get into, but if we just gonna touch
Okay.
on one, let's
Okay.
just
If there, the way I talk, I might ramble on
yeah,
for the time.
it's all good.
So we might be so if there's quick one, go ahead, let's go.
Well, let's get this one real quick. And it might not be a quick one, but just break down
Okay.
the cookies and the cake for me. The cookies and cake.
Okay.
Why you want cookies, and why you would want cake, and what's the difference between the two?
Okay. So okay. Why you would want cookies and why you want
And
cake?
tell me why
So
you came up with the cookies and the cake.
to to tell you why.
Why? What's the cookies and the cake? What's your whole theory behind what you want to do with cookies and cake?
Okay, I got you. I see what you're doing. My fault. Thank you, sir.
No, you good.
Now I got you. So it's because sometimes in life you have to make choices. Oh, everything is pretty much what he just said. You have to make choices. There's only two things. He basically just said it. He literally just said it. I like that. And so with cookies, a lot of people chase a lot of little things. They're chasing little things, a lot of little things that go nowhere. You can have a whole lot of little things, or you can have one little thing, two little things, and then cake is the big goal. That's what you really want. Like that's what you really want. But you can kind of have both of them. You can have a lot of little things, but you want to go get the big thing first. If you get the big thing, a whole lot of little things will come from it. So you can have them both. And so I had a 3-piece little series I was going to do, and basically it was just saying that at the end, the third part is the happiness. So I don't want to talk too much more about that, but you already know. You already know. You already know. Because you can have them both. You can have them both. But which one are you choosing first? A whole lot of little things? A whole lot of little things? You can enjoy both of them along the way, too. You don't have to wait to the end. You can enjoy both along the way, but you gotta, you gotta have a goal.
So you know what the people said, you can't have your cake and cookies and eat it too, or something like that, whatever the hell they said.
Man, I always was. Every time somebody said that to me, I got so mad because I was like, "Why not?" It didn't even make sense. You cannot have it, man. And I think I'm kind of intelligent, and man, that because I'm mad because I think about it, and I shouldn't even be thinking about it. It don't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. But I think you can have them both. You just gotta, you gotta be careful.
Yeah. All right, last one. I'll let you out of here. So we done had a couple conversations, but just on the overarching, a lot has changed for you recently. So what do you feel like is the biggest adjustment for you right now?
Well, this is going to be very short, but I ain't going to talk about it too long. But so I don't know. I'm sure you got a Facebook following, so I kind of talk about.
You told me to look. I've been looking.
So my life the last few years have kind of been hard. My wife has just been beating me up. She's been beating me up. So right now we're actually in the middle of a divorce, but I haven't seen her since August 9th. She's over in Oregon, and I know she went over there to she said she went over there to help her dad, and she didn't tell me she had I knew she didn't have a ticket to come back, but she made it seem like it was going to be, maybe a month or so.
Mm.
Yeah, and here we are. So I'm actually going through a divorce, but I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad because she literally told me, I guess I can live without a lot of things right now. And, and and on top of it, in the divorce, she said she wants her animals because we haven't even got to the parts, but the divorce is in action now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in it, because she started it, so she had the nerve to want to divorce me. She's the one that started it,
Mm.
which I'm a gladly accept. She said she wanted her animals. She has 3 cats and 4 dogs. She wanted her animals, and I'm the one sitting there watching them. That's the only reason. That's the only. That is literally the only reason why I am in while I'm still here in Texas, or I would already be
Mm.
gone.
You already be gone.
Yeah, but this I'm kind of using. Please don't feel sorry for me, y'all, because this man, I have a hot tub outside. This is like this is like a retreat.
Yeah,
I have a
resort.
house full of food. Man, that's what I'm used. Man, I don't go outside unless I have to. That's like for fruit. I go outside and get some. I go get some fruit. There ain't nothing out there for me. I don't know. The last thing, I have her do my hair real fast, so I got to go over there to one of those shops. But other than that, shoot, I'm chilling. But don't get me wrong. I don't want to say too much, but the professor is I'm she was my secretary. She was
Mm.
my secretary. So if I had a problem with anything, she'd be the one on the computer. So
Mm.
I told Nimi that I am not the computer person. that's that's why we go. That's why we're gonna work on it, and I'll make sure I don't know when, but next time you see
Yeah,
me,
no, I'll
I
hit
should.
you. I'll hit you, and we can work through it before we actually go live.
You already know.
Yeah.
You already know, and I do appreciate you. I appreciate you doing this for me because it's kind of fun. I wish I could see people. I wish I could see the people.
See the people. No, we can't see the people. We ain't live in a live audience.
You already know.
I'm live, so where they can see me.
Oh,
It'll be
hey,
live on
hey.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Okay, you already know. Hey, come on, man. I don't know how to use these computers. I don't even know. I don't even know. I think my wife actually hooked Facebook up for me. I promise you, it's probably on her survey. Well, she can see it anyhow. I've been talking about it a little bit. Hey, hey. Hey, but anybody that know me, when I put that follow the journey on there, it's a
Yeah,
journey.
that's what I was
I
saying. I've
promise
been
y'all.
following the journey.
There is something on the other side, boy. I can't wait to get out of here. I'm on roller skates. It's
Man,
speed.
you ever talk to any of the old partners
Who?
like TJ, EA, anybody?
Wait a minute. Did you say you talk about my brother TJ?
Yeah.
There ain't a time I step foot in Portland and TJ ain't picking me up.
Oh,
What are
okay.
you talking about?
No, I'm just asking. I
That
don't
is
know.
my
I
that's
ain't
my
seen my
best
nigga in a minute.
that's my best man,
Yeah.
and Easy E too. I talk with me and EA talk.
Yeah.
We're close, and your brother, me and your brother talk.
Oh yeah.
We talk, yeah, and
Mhm.
then I talked with Kevin recently,
Keenan,
and
okay,
then
yeah.
I think it was a few months ago, and
Mhm.
then I think it was. I haven't, with all everybody else, I guess, as far as those real close ones, I haven't really talked to. But you know
Mhm.
how you get a little older.
Oh
When I
yeah.
first moved down here, though, 2012, me and Carlos kicked it. me
Oh,
and
okay.
Carlos,
Close.
me and Carlos. And then I hadn't really after he moved. I think he moved back up there for a while,
He
and then
did, but I think
but
he
that
moved back now. I think he back out there now. He moved
man, I ain't even in the
not too long
streets.
ago.
We might, if he see me, hey Carlos, what's up, baby? Yeah, I ain't even in the streets. I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm telling you, as soon as all this get wrapped up, the only reason why I haven't even started packing it up yet is because then I'm gonna clutter up. I'm gonna be cluttering stuff up, and I can pack quick. So as soon as they whistle, as soon as they blow that whistle, they, as soon as they blow that whistle, I'll go.
Yeah, I heard that. All right, my brother. Well, shit, man. I'm gonna hit you. Let me see. What you got going on tomorrow?
Man, did you just ask me that question? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to make. It's snowing outside. I'm gonna try to make
Is
sure
it
I don't
snowing?
fall. Get me.
Damn.
No, yeah, I got that. Oh man, okay. I got some. I put some pictures up in the hot tub. It's snowing out here in Texas, in Arlington,
Mm,
and so I thought about getting in there at first, and I was like, nah, because I ain't drinking right now. You know, I had to. I wanna get my brain nice and fresh. You
mm,
know, and
mm,
so I've been waiting for. I've been doing this for a while because I'm kind of. I don't want to say too much, but man, I've been having to do all the research. I've been doing all the. I never used to do that, but I used to do it before. But you know, she had to have something to do. That was my secretary. You
yeah.
had to have something to do. You can't just.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. What you know about Chat GPT?
Chat. Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I do.
Man,
I heard it.
if you need
I've
anything,
used it. I've
Chat
used it.
GPT is gonna answer everything you need. It's gonna be your best
Yeah.
friend, your best assistant. Anything you
No, no, no.
need,
I know.
Chat GPT can hook you up. I use that motherfucker like a motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. No, I actually got you. Because I actually do use it some, but once I do that, I'll be in work mode. I'm in kind of in
No,
just
I'm just saying
gathering
for
information.
anything. It don't even have to be about what you anything you can think of. If you got a question about it, it's gonna
Oh,
give you an answer.
huh.
Yeah, anything. It ain't gotta be.
Well, you know what?
It ain't
I
specific to
didn't.
anything. It's
Well, I
anything,
didn't really.
literally.
Well, I'm gonna tell you about it later because I didn't really. I didn't really. I had to look up, the lawyer stuff.
Hmm.
But that's why I want to take you through the journey because I had to do something different, but it didn't have anything to do with necessarily looking up information. Because I
No.
want to tell you, I talked. No, no, this I'm telling you about the part what
Oh,
I was
okay.
what I've been busy with all week.
Yeah.
This was an interaction with some folks, but I had to cleverly. When I don't want to say cleverly because that's the wrong thing. I didn't know what was going on. But as I learned what was going on, I was behind. I was so
Hmm.
far behind her, but she's the one that made me have to learn it. You understand?
Hmm.
So, but it didn't have really. All I had to do, I already knew who the lawyer was that I was going to contact, but it wasn't about that. It was more about the what I want to say. It was more about my brain and my speech and my wording. So I
Hmm.
wanted so I had to do something that that was unique, and so I don't want to say it now because well, no, I don't want to say it now. I don't want
No,
to say
you
it.
gotta say it, but I'm saying chat. Even that Chat GPT can help you with that. It's good for what I like to use it for is getting these thoughts out of my brain, and I'll be having all these genius ideas of shit I want to do, and I don't know how to
But
bring
if
it
I
out,
do that,
present it.
if
And so I'll put it into
okay.
Chat GPT and say, break this down for me and tell me how to put it together like this, that, and the third, and whatever. And it's going. And then you take
No,
what it
I know
gives
all
you
that.
and put your own twist on it.
No, I know that. You know what? I've written something before, or yeah, I guess that's the right way. And I put it in chat PT, chat whatever GTP or PTG or whatever. And for real, that's how I say it all the time. But it basically gave me my writing back. Every now
Hmm.
and then it just gave me a couple, but it gave me it back the way I wrote it pretty much. But maybe because sometimes I put the punctuation the way I want it to be, and
Hmm.
it just corrected it, and I put it right back where I wanted it to be. But but I do know I am going to use that when I'm just I can't clear my brain the way I want to. It's combobbled like so I'm this divorce part still it ain't easy even though I'm living in a good
Hmm.
situation. And so it's been working my mind.
Yeah.
But I talked about this last week. I got the freedom, so that's the part that I really like about it. But then I'm gonna explain the other miseries later. But I did something that's so funny. You only see in movies. You only see it in movies. I'm telling you, you only see it in movies. You know what I'm saying? And it took her to ignite it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I literally wasn't thinking about it. She ignited me. I was just chilling. She was already abusing me to death, just abusing me. And then on top of it, listen, she left in August. She left in August, and then they rushed me in January or this month. They came at me in the New Year. She was like, "I don't even want him to have a happy New Year." Come on, how evil is that? I don't even want him to have a happy New Year. Who does that? I've been by myself, haven't seen no family. Even though I don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas, I always saw my family. That's when they was
Yeah.
able to be free. I still
Hmm.
always saw them. That's when
Yeah.
everybody is free. And
Hmm.
so, and then, hey, whew, I fired off some text messages. I fired off some text messages on Thanksgiving because when you watch football on
Hmm.
Thanksgiving, what is everybody thankful for? It's only one thing everybody say. Everyone. Who is they? What are they thankful for on Thanksgiving?
For the family.
Family,
Hmm.
yeah. Come on now. My fault. My fault. I guess you can't see me. I was like, I was pointing. I was over here posing and couldn't nobody see me. I was, but it is. And so, man, I was drinking then. I was drinking that time. Hey, you would have thought it was a machine gun went off. Just hey, I was by myself with the animals. I told her the animals at the end told me to say that. They thought the same too. They thought the same thing about her too.
Mm.
All right, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I told you I got time, but it's up to you.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing nothing right now, man. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm just I'm just chilling right
Yeah.
now. I'm done with doing what I need to do. I might fuck around with some other shit around here.
I want to
Um,
ask you something. Then.
what's up?
Tell me, because I know you said you were mentioning about the you you teach podcasters. How did you tell me? What did you say you do?
So yeah, that's basically what my business is about now. Is about producing podcasts and developing podcast hosts and really just overseeing the whole process of podcast production. So anything to do with
Ah,
podcasting, that's what I'm on right now.
okay, okay.
And I'm
Well, that's what I like to do.
they
So,
call me
so
the Thorn City podcast guy.
y'all have like a y'all have like pricing and all that, right there.
Yeah, so what I got is I broke it down into to three ways I do it. I got the DIY, that's the do it yourself. So basically, you tell me what you want to do, and I'll send you a bunch of templates, instructions, and
Nah,
videos that's gonna break
nah,
everything
nah.
down for you. Then
Stop it, stop it.
I got the DWI.
Uh
DWI
huh.
is done with you, and so that's where we can do
That's
it.
the
If
one.
you in studio, I mean, if you in town. So like right now,
Hmm.
my first guy that tapped in with me is my guy Marcus Williams. He got a podcast he wanted to put out called Taking Another Path podcast. So he signed up for the DWI service, and so basically what that is, you got to make two choices. You either record and edit the stuff on your
I
own,
like that. Yeah.
and then I help you with all the other stuff,
Mm.
or you come into the studio and let me record for you and do the editing, and then you do all the other stuff yourself. Um, and then there's the
What's the
DFY.
other stuff?
The
What's the other stuff?
the other stuff is the social media stuff, getting your stuff published, showing you how to publish it, showing you how to basically put your program together. So you when you go into your recording, you just go
Right.
through your checklist, and I need to do this, and this. Once I get through this
Okay.
checklist, I know everything's good. I got everything done. So I basically put the system together for you, and so
Yeah.
you know what you need to do.
Okay, that does sound pretty cool. We've talked a few times, but we'll get on there. We'll have some fun on the phone. So I know you did something like that, but I'm glad that you break it down. That you just broke it down because I've been meaning to ask you that, which is beautiful because that's kind of perfect for when I get to moving. I'm still. This was supposed to be my time after. Matter of fact, tell me that you started with the F1. Tell me that one first. Sorry about that.
Then the DFY is done for you, and that's where I put everything together for you, and that's what I'm working with. That's one I'm getting off the ground right now. I'm working with a company. You ever heard of Employment Professionals, the temp agency?
If I have, I don't know.
So I'm trying to get a deal done with them now to do the DFY. So basically,
okay,
I'll do everything. So basically, all you have to do worried about is recording. Figuring out what you want to record. Figure out your messaging. All the stuff you want to talk about, and then I do everything else. You come in, I record it for you. I write up the episode show notes. We cut the social media clips, we edit the episode, and we publish everything. Really, all you worried about is your messaging, what you want to say, and how you gonna say it on camera. You come in and record. Everything else is taken care of for you.
Okay.
And that's when we put a team behind you. It ain't just me. That's I got
right.
That's when I bring my people in with me.
You don't want to get too tied up.
Well, I want to give you, we want to give you the best service. And like right now, for me doing my own podcast, I'm wearing 10 hats right now. I'm doing the job of 10 people, but I bring in, depending on what the people's budget is, I got my 2 people I trust. So I bring my 2 people, and we can do the job of 10 people. So you do 3 things, I do 3, I do 4. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Hey, I was cracking jokes, and even though I I usually would, and I might use that one but I still might get the Tiplet one first because that way I can actually learn all the steps. Because once I learn them, then I'll know them, right?
You know them, and that's the thing I like to say, especially if you're just a solo podcaster like me, like somebody like me, you got your own thing, you want to do your own thing. I'll always advise at first to learn it all, learn everything you want to do, so not for one thing, you can go and do it yourself if you want to. You don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? You done learned everything. You know how to do it yourself, but you can see what actually goes into it, and so when we start throwing out these prices, you understand, it's a lot of work. And so that's why a lot of podcasters, they fail. They say the average podcaster don't get past 10 episodes. You know what I'm saying? They'll get started and they see how much, if you want to do it right, you need to do it right to where it's going to grow the right way. Right. Really, it's all about consistency. And it's more of a long game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
well, you know what I'm thinking about? You know what I'm thinking about? Because the way I'm gonna roll into town. hey, I'm gonna start from the beginning one. I'm gonna get wait. I'm gonna start from one of them, but I'm gonna do the beginning ones because I want to learn both of them. But since I know you, I know that I can linger around you a little bit.
Absolutely, big bro. I'm gonna put you on.
So hey, guess what? And I'm gonna buy each one. So I can learn it along the way. You already know. I gotta give you. I'm gonna pay you for it. You already know.
Let me tell you, this is how it works. So what I basically built is what I call it my Thorn City ecosystem. There's 3 parts to it. It's the podcast whole system. That's the podcasting. And then there's my next thing I'm getting into is the advertising. So I got these screens. I got a backpack screen for starters, and then I got this other screen I'm finna go put up somewhere. And David Ferguson?
Yeah.
David Ferguson, he got a Sideline Social Lounge. And so I'm gonna hook up with him. I'm gonna go put my screen up in his Sideline Social. And so I'm gonna be able to advertise people I'm working with.
What was the first one you said?
It's a backpack screen, so it's like a backpack I can wear around, but it got a screen on the back.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
But then when you went to the building, I was like, okay, maybe I heard. That's I literally thought you said backpack screen at first.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, you know what my podcast is gonna be?
What's that?
First it's gonna be PG. I'm all PG. I'm all PG. I don't I don't curse or do anything. I'm all PG. I can have fun without cursing, but it's gonna be me. This is one I can tell you more about. I have a twin sister,
Yep,
so
I know.
yeah. So I'm letting them know too. I'm letting the folks that they listening. I'm letting them know. I'm letting them know. And so, growing up, we're both 49. Growing up, it ain't really been easy. So it's going to be a podcast with both of us,
Okay.
and so I know more. I know sports,
Yeah.
and then she knows all about all the women's stuff, all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. And so we talk back and forth and we have fun. And so I want that. I'm gonna try to build that podcast, between brothers and sisters having fun,
Okay.
just
That's tight.
talking. And she knows absolutely nothing about sports.
Mm.
But but of course I grew up around all women, so I don't know about, like, I know what items are, but like makeup and stuff, I know they try to match it. So I know what women's stuff is. So, but I mean, I know how to tell her to make sure, like my daughter, hey, make sure you don't be around the boys. You know what I'm saying? I know to do that. But and I'm a good talker, but so I plan on doing that with her, and so and it's just gonna be kind of, but we both kind of funny and stuff, but we both can talk very serious about things,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think it can kind of be fun, but there's things that I want to. Yeah, I have plans for it, but I want to do it the way you're saying. That was the way I said it. I said, when I get home, I'm going to chill for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to start learning it. And so I want to learn it each step of the way. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to have the time. Bro, I'm going to have the time. I'm going to kick back for a minute.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
once I relax, anyhow, I stop saying the same thing. But that is what the podcast is. And then that's, to me, if that works, that's what it lead into those journals I was telling you about, the
Contact journals.
cookies
Yeah.
and cake.
Yeah.
So I give me. I'm looking at it. I'm 49, so I'm looking at it into the 51 years. If I can get someone really, I'm gonna be steady. And I don't know about like the podcast being all great, because we gonna be teams on each side. So I'm gonna be asking you questions to make it good if we can.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I want
No.
I want the good ones. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I'm
Yep.
hoping I can. But so I'll be up there rocking and rolling. And I'm a talker. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. I got you. You already know.
And that was really, I wanted to ask you that, because now I know I don't even have to look. Literally, that was one of the things I was going to say. I'm going to be networking when I get out. There's other things I'm a network about, but
Mm-hmm.
that is my first thing. Me and my sister already been kind of working on things. Like, we already kind of know some things, but that's just a little bit right now. That's so
Mm-hmm.
little. But it's the setup, is everything. It's from the little bitty thing to the big thing,
That's
and
it.
so I want to learn it all. And so you got a lot of them, but I probably just do. Hey, you know what? When I learn them all, I might, I might just start teaching people how to
Hey
do. Or
man,
no,
for real, for real. I got the
not.
space. You ain't got to buy nothing. All you got to do is say, "Come on, I got a." You ain't even got to tell them it's my studio. Tell them, "Yeah, I got a studio. Come to my studio."
Oh, I didn't even. Okay, okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the best. Right? Hey, see, that's why you got to talk to cool people. That's why you got to talk to cool people.
Hey man,
Because
it's
I'm
all about.
coming in.
Yeah.
I, I want to say I'm coming in hot, but I guarantee I'm gonna be so. I can't wait. I just want to just get, man. I ain't had no love for, when your love is all the way at the bottom of your foot, so you just step it. Man, I didn't kick these. I want to say I didn't kick these animals around, acting like they in my way. They ain't even in my way. You're in my way. So I want to get that love. I want to get that love back. When I get there, I'm gonna get it all the way back up to above the waist, man. Get it back up, son. Jeez.
You know, once
And
you
then,
get here, you done been gone for a minute. It ain't gonna be nothing but love. When motherfucker says, "Oh, I be,
oh,
I ain't seen you,
man,
man, bro." You know, it's gonna be
yeah.
love.
I will tell you there's some anxiety because when I say she's like my secretary did all that said, we've been married for 20 years, but we've known each other for 25 and been dealing with each other for 25.
Mm-hmm.
So to an extent, but we got to an extent for the 25. And
Mm-hmm.
so all that time, she know all my everything about me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know anything about her. But but the funny part. I know everything about who I saw in front of me. Like I
Mm-hmm.
knew I knew the person she was, but I didn't care because I was raising my daughters. I didn't care
Yeah.
about that. She thought she was the bully, but she just never realized there was a bigger bully,
Mm-hmm.
and that bit her every time. She always so she has something. It's weird because you would have thought she would have first hand experience with Earl. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The first hand experience. Hey, look at hey Mimi. She should have knew who the Duke is. This is the Duke. You better stop messing with the Duke. You messing with the Duke. She just put, put up your Dukes. You gotta put them up. This is the Duke. Hey, that's what she felt like. That's what she felt like. It was the Dukes. Nah, this is the Duke. Hey, I'm dead serious. This is the Duke. I already knew it. I knew it. I knew it when I was a boy. I just never went by that name because kids don't play. You know, kids they like to be funny.
Oh
They,
yeah.
they could change. They could change their name around to from Duke to Doodoo or something. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Kids are just turning around. So I was like, I'd rather go by rodeo. Rodeo sound a little bit rodeo sound a little bit more wild like me. That sound a little bit more wild like me. But that's when I started with this with my new life. I'm going to I'm going to the name I wanted to use.
Mm.
So that's the dude. I used to say that anyhow. You know how much I talk. I used to introduce myself like that. It's really kind of a name I use anyhow, but it's one that that's the one I want posted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Posted on the yeah, that's what I want
That's the
posted.
one you're gonna run with.
Yeah, the dude. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there ain't many options for me. I ain't gonna go like somewhere. Hey, what did dang it, I couldn't think of what did Prince name himself. He just named it like one letter or something.
The symbol.
Oh, it's
It's the symbol.
just
It's the
I
symbol.
said one letter. It was a symbol.
Yeah, it was the symbol. Mm-hmm. Not a
Right.
symbol, but the symbol.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You say what symbol? What symbol? Nigga, the symbol.
Ocho Cinco. You know, man. Come on now. You
Mm-hmm.
can't. That's a little bit too far. And, hey, people. I still want people to call me Earl, but I want the dude to be like, you know what I mean? I still love Earl, but well,
Yeah, that's
nobody really called me. Not too many people really call me Earl. Actually, that's kind of funny. Is that? Would
EB.
you call me?
EB.
I just said my full name and everything. Everyone forget what you heard. Forget what you heard.
Yeah, but that's kind of how I had to calm myself into getting into this podcasting because you know me, I always been quiet. I'm more of a behind the scenes type of person, but you know, as I got into my business and try to build my business, and I needed to I needed to open up a little bit, you know, and start sharing my story a little bit. And so I was sitting in my office. I'm in my new little space right now, but I had another office space on 24th and Burnside. That's where we had
Mhm.
with my partner, we had the GMP Podcast Group Studios. But I was sitting in my office one time and I was trying to figure out how do I help my business because I got my business, the management company. He had his business, which is the production company, the GMP Production, Gaddis Motion Productions. So we came together and we opened the GMP Podcast Group Studios. So what I was sitting back there is trying to figure out how do I help my business, how to help his business, how to help our business. And I'm sitting my my where my office was, it was a window there, and I can overlook everything else that was going on out there, the whole studio. And I'm like, man, what do I do? And I'm sitting in there, and I'm looking out, and I'm in the podcast studio. We had a couple rooms, but I'm in the podcast studio. I'm like, well, you know, you're telling everybody else who got a business that they need to start a podcast. So maybe you should start a podcast. I'm like, yeah, I probably should. And so it's It's like picking my teeth, but I finally pulled it off. And what I did was I created the alter ego guy, the Thorn City podcast guy. And so the Thorn City podcast guy allowed me to talk about myself without talking about myself. I was talking about the podcast guy, but when I'm talking about the podcast guy, I was really talking about me. And so that's the one I came up with. And so now I'm Naeem Hall, the Thorn City podcast guy.
So are you both of them now, or you still do both, or you do
now that I'm a little more comfortable behind the mic and now they're both together. Now I'm Naeem Hall, the Thorn City podcast guy. If you go back and look at my early episodes, I was just the Thorn City podcast guy. So now I'm both.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like that.
And I got to give a shout out to my guy. Kenny Mack. You know Kenny Mack, don't you? Kenny Millennium.
Yeah.
That's really where it came from. That's my guy, man. We always run into my guy out everywhere. Even when I was a youngster. But he seen me one time. I was coming out of one of my favorite joints down here, and he was coming in. I was going out. He's like, "Man, ain't you the podcast guy, man? Let me get on." And so he called me the podcast guy, and that's where it hit in my brain. So when I sat and I was thinking about it, and so that's my company is the Thorn City Syndicate. It's the management company. Thorn City is Portland, is Rose City. Everybody say Rose City. But the roses got the thorns, and so we came up with something different. So that's
right.
That's where I came up with the Thorn City.
Okay, I like that.
And so that's where I came up with the Thorn City podcast guy. So really, it's the Portland podcast guy, but it's the Thorn City podcast guy.
You crazy. I get it though. but that's kind of cool that guy told you that, because that's kind of the path I was thinking. But you know what I wanted to tell you? I said I'm not real good with computers.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, what I'm real good at is I can mimic real good. So if this is the only thing I learned, I might get, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'll be learning. I won't be learning other things. Hey, you know what I mean?
If you teach me once, I'm gonna know how to do it.
well, yeah, I try to learn like that. Like I won't move on until
I'll figure out how to do it. If you just show me how to do it, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I like to. Well, yeah. So if I can read it, cool. If you show me, that's even better. Like if I. Oh my goodness! If you show me,
you just show me. That's how I got my little setup. I don't have no audio and video background, but now I got all my shit. I just run this shit by myself. I got a cool little set, and it's real professional. When people see my little shit, they be like, "Damn, man, this is the real deal right here." I got my lights. I got my good cameras with the good lenses on there. I got me a couple screens. I got my little, it's called a switcher. I can switch back between my cameras, so you ain't got to go in and edit post. Some people have a couple cameras set up, and then when they go to edit, they got to go find I like this from this camera, and I like this angle from this camera. Nope, I got a switcher, so I hit the button live, and it's gonna switch back. Okay, we talking right here. Give me the close up shot right there. That's the close up. All right, let me hit one. That's camera one. Okay, 2 is the wide. Okay, now I like this. I need to see. It's 2 of us. So if it's 2 of us here, we gonna hit 2. We gonna go on the wide shot, and that's gonna give us the shot of both of us. If it's only one person talking, I'm gonna hit the 1, and that's gonna give me the close up. You know what I'm saying? And so I learned all that. What's that?
Go ahead. No, I said go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying I learned all that. Messing with my bro Justin. And so. That's my guy when because I got into it with my guy Third Twin, my boy Roy Moore.
How long have you been doing it?
How long am I doing the podcast and stuff?
Just from the beginning, when you first started, like that, when you knew that's what you was gonna do.
So you probably I'll tell you, because you probably don't know. So basically, how I got into it, how I got into all this shit is with my best friend Roy. He was the rap artist growing up, the hip hop artist. And so. As we got older, he moved to Vegas and, started doing this fast lane stuff, and I was still here. So we wasn't kicking it as close as we was. And so basically he got caught on the drugs and alcohol really, really bad, bro. He's Brad addicted to the pills and alcohol. Right. He posted One day he was at his sister-in-law's house and his nephew recorded him rapping a verse. You know what I'm saying? It's what my honesty video is now. He was rapping this verse in the garage, and I listened and I seen that clip and he was rapping the verse, man. I'll send you the video. For the video, we actually won some awards for it. But he was rapping that verse and I seen it, man. I said, man, my bro was I already knew he was fucked up. Cause just seeing him, I would see him and I can see how bad he was, and just hearing people how they was talking about how he was. But I heard that verse, and there was a part in that verse. He said something. He said, "Man, I'm fucked up, man. Your boy need help or something." I felt like he was talking to me. It sounded like he said my name. He said, "I'm fucked up, name, and something, and I need help." You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that verse, I thought he was talking to me. And so it hit me, man. I was like, man, I got to do something, man, for my bro, man. I can't let him go out like that, man. And so I hit him up one day. I said, it was a lot of local stuff, a lot of local music going around right town. And I'm biased, but he's better than everybody. Right. He's better than all them.
Hey! If that's what you like, that's what you like.
He didn't have no music out, but I couldn't say that. And I wanted. He never did. He never did a solo album. He was in some groups. He started a solo album, but it never came out. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna pay for my own damn album. I want a Third Twin album. I'm gonna pay for my own damn album. So I hit him up. I booked some. I said, I'm book some studio time, bro. We get in the studio. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start doing some music. I heard that. Like I said, I heard that rap.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Were you rapping too?
He was right. No, I wasn't rapping. But I'll tell you something in a second. But he did. I told him, man, I'm finna buy some studio time. We're going to start recording. Some songs, And so that's what we did. I booked some studio time. We started recording some songs. He did the remix. The first song we recorded was MC Breed, Ain't No Future in Your Frontin'. He did a remix of it called Ain't No Future in Your Stuntin'. So that was the first song we did. And then the second song we did was that Honesty song. And so the Honesty song, that's really how it all started, because that was the one that hit me from the garage. And so that's the song we did. We recorded a bunch of songs, actually. We started doing some shows. I needed a music video. And so somebody, my guy up at Com Plus, Mike Harrison, that's who Lil Roy messed with him when he was doing music as a kid, when he was in high school. So I hit Mike up, and he introduced me to my guy Justin, who's GMP. That's who I partnered with for the podcast studio. So he hit me up. I wanted a video, so he linked me up with that guy, my bro Justin. So we did a couple videos, but we did that one specific, the Honesty video. I wanted to do it like a real deal video, like the Hollywood shit. I wanted to hire crew. Nigga, I wanted special effects. Nigga, I wanted to write the script. You write the script, and so we did it. We did it to the nines. It was a big budget. To be honest with you, I don't know how I came up with the money to do it, but I did it. I figured it out. I made it happen.
That's it.
It was the tightest experience of my life, man. We did that. We hired the crew. There's I don't know if you ever
What's
seen.
What's the Honesty song?
I'm gonna send it to you. That's how it started. It's just where he was at.
Okay.
That was where he was at in life at that time. But I'm gonna send it to you, because that's the song we did. I don't know if you ever heard of the TV show Grimm that was filmed here in Portland.
I did hear about that one. So, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
Me either. I didn't watch it, but a lot of the people that worked on the production of Grimm, the behind the scenes, the production team, that's who we hired, to do the video. So a lot of the people that worked on Grimm was working on my music video.
Perfect.
So we rented out a
perfect.
spot for the weekend. We did it in 2 days, really. They was building sets. You know what I'm saying? When I see your video, you'll see like it starts off like he's in a room. They built that whole set, and they go into a bathroom, and they built that whole set. It was a bunch of shit in there. They built that shit up with special effects and all that. And so we did that video. Entered some film festivals. We won some awards, all over the world, nationwide. We won some awards. Shortly after the video, my bro went and got clean. He disappeared for about a month or two, and then he hit me back up. And I was like,
hey, he had to touch down real fast.
Because I'm the Honest video, man. The Honesty video, he got to live. So the video starts off with him basically committing suicide, and then he's stuck in between, the dark and the light. He's stuck in purgatory in between the dark and the light. You know what I'm saying? So the whole time he's rapping, he's kind of in the dark. He's in the dark spot. By the end of the video, he crosses over into the light. He comes into the good. So he really got to live the life. He committed suicide. He's rapping on a gurney. They got him on a gurney. He's rapping on a gurney. You know what I'm saying? And so he really got to experience, the path that he was on. And definitely on that, on the music set, he was high as a motherfucker. He would sneak off and they didn't know. I knew. Go pop some pills and go get him some drink, liquor.
That's what
You know what I'm saying? He was high as a motherfucker. But one thing I knew about my boy is when it was lights, cameras, action, he was gonna perform. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, none of them knew. I knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he got to really live that out. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Well, you know what though, man. Before I got married, I used to rock and roll, baby. We used to move. You already know. You already know. I say I'm a man, baby. I used to move. I ain't even mad at that. It was all hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes life be pressing you.
It does.
It be pressing you too.
Yeah.
As long as you stay down, that's good. And congratulations.
He got clean.
Congratulations to you.
He about 10 years clean now. He's pulling up on 10 years clean now, man. He done bought a house. He done got married. He grandpa now. He got his license and insurance back. Got a brand new car. Something he ain't never done. You know what I'm saying? He got a big job that he does, for POIC. He's running the Healing Hurt People program.
That's good.
Man, I got what I wanted out of it, man. I got really, I wanted a record deal and to get big and all that shit, but really I wanted my bro back, man. I wanted to make his life right. And so I got what I wanted.
Yeah.
I got my album. I got my album. You know what I'm saying? And my boy he's right now. He's clean in the motherfucker. And so we dropped the EP. We did put out an EP, but I got a full-length album. And I'm waiting on the full-length album because I got a documentary coming too as well. So I was recording everything. The whole journey.
Okay.
I had a camera, I bought a camera, and I just started filming everything. And so once I linked up with my bro Justin, he started recording shit. And so we got all kind of shit. He got married this past summer. Not this summer, but the summer before. No, was that this summer? Yeah, it was this summer. He got married, and so we got footage of that. And so it's gonna be a whole real deal movie documentary. It's gonna be super dope. So that's coming. We traveled. We did some shows, and we went to Eugene. We did a show. We went to Houston. We went to Miami. Man, that's what I was gonna tell you about the Miami show. When you asked me, was I rapping? No, I wasn't rapping. But the strip club. I don't know if you've ever heard of King of Diamonds.
I have not.
So it's a strip club. It's closed now, but it's a big ass strip club out there in Miami. Big time strip club. Everybody went to. But we performed at the King of Diamonds. And so we was in that motherfucker on one, boy. We got in there. We was popping bottles and we was drinking. And by the time it came for him to perform, they said, they called Third Twin. They said his name. So we started walking to the stage so we can go up so he can perform. They fuck around and hand me a mic. Nigga, I was on one night and took the mic, nigga.
Yeah, I know they love that. I know they love that.
Oh,
I
man,
know they
it was
love
tight,
it.
though. It was super tight. We had the strippers on stage, and then it was an experience, a once in a lifetime experience. So yeah, we did that.
I like how you said once in a lifetime experience. Hey, man,
I wish I had
hear
the
you on
footage.
that.
I ain't got the footage, man. It was somebody in there recording. They were supposed to send me the footage, and they never sent it to me, man. I'm mad, but I'm not mad because I don't know if I want anybody to see that, but I want to see it.
Well, you know what I like? You know what else I want to do? Because the one I told you that I'm doing for my sister, I'm doing it kind of for the similar thing. We grew up together, and then our lives kind of separated some. And now that all of our children are finally grown, and I'm heading back to Oregon because I've been down here since 2012, 14 years, and so I'm heading back. So I want to do that for her. But that's the one I want to learn everything with because two eyes are better than one, and she's actually pretty smart, so she could be learning something, and I could be learning something. Plus, when I get this down right, she's going to be learning it too. And then if it's working right, or however it's going, I don't know what's going to. Because I have to talk to you about what's
I'll turn you into a podcast producer.
Okay. I guess there you go. I guess there's the program.
That's how it is, man.
But I want to do one. Once I learn it, I want to kind of do one. after whatever, how you said we can use yours, bro. That's even better because once I learn it, I might end up doing my own, but I want to kind of just be a little funny. Everybody likes
Yeah.
to be a little bit
Yep.
funny and do their own little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of have some fun. So, but I'll figure that one out. But this one I want to do for my sister,
For
and
your sister, got you.
if it turns out right, she should learn it. That's what I told her. I was going to learn it, and then she should be learning it too. I already said
Mm-hmm.
that. You just talking to you just made it perfect. That just made it. That's called the one stop shop, and that
That's the one
ain't
stop
nothing.
shop.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's my brother, so it even makes it
Yep.
better. So,
That's it.
because I'm that person that if I don't understand, I'll be like this. I like the templates because I could try it first before I
Yeah.
start asking
Yep.
questions. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I could just ask a quick question, but if it's too complicated, then the template needs to be. It needs to asking quick questions don't make you learn everything. Put it like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yep.
Because I don't keep it all in that fast. Doing the template, I gotta repeat it over and over again.
Mm.
And that's another thing she did, man. She read like speed reader, like she could read, bro. No, she read like speed reader. So I could when we first used to go places, and we would look at the menus or even paperwork together. Bro, I'm in the first paragraph and she
She
done. I'm
done.
like, what in the hey, a hungry woman. She ready to eat, and I'm over here. I don't even know what's on the menu. You know what I'm saying? So I just let her order everything. You know how that went. I just you ordered it. But plus, I know what I like everything now. But back then, I
Mm.
didn't know. And then paperwork. So I knew. Like when we was at the telephone place, I knew why we were there, so I'll just let her read it. I wouldn't even bother reading.
Yeah, just let
And
her
then
do it.
what I did was ask her questions that I needed to know, and she answered them. I was like, "Let's go." That's it. Why waste my time?
Mm-hmm.
I know I can actually read, but man, all the people. Man, I've been in places and everybody waiting for me to get through it. It's not that I read slow, but if I read fast, I won't retain it. So I got to
Mm-hmm.
keep going. I got to keep going over and over again. If it's something I need to understand clearly, and so that's why I said those templates actually work
Yeah,
because I can just do those, and that's a great way to do it. So I'll try to do both of those.
that's it.
What's the ranges around those, or do you not discuss that out there?
Or the ranges of what?
Each of those groupings that you have.
The each of it. So the first one is so there's the DIY is pretty cheap because it's really about you learning everything on your own. So it's like maybe a couple $100, and then
Right.
the D
That's
the
what it
D
should be.
the DWI starts around $1,000, and then the
Right.
other one goes up. It can be anywhere from 2,500 to like 5,000,
Bro, that's such great prices.
and more. It can go up more too, depending on because
I,
it can be a
I
lot
ain't
into it.
doing that. Bro, I ain't doing the other one. I ain't doing the other one, bro. I should be able to learn it with the first two. The only time I'll do if I really really do one of the other ones is if I need something done so big. But I ain't doing nothing like that. Or I
Well, yeah,
can
like I
direct
said,
people.
it just depends on, like I said, what you need. Because like I
I
said,
want
it
to
can
learn
get
it.
expensive. If I got to bring my team in, it can get up into the 10,000s. If we really doing
Oh
it
heck
on
yeah!
we could doing
Oh
it on
yeah!
the audio and video, the video
Yeah.
level where it's like real life. It's really more video production. Podcasting. People always forget podcasting. Podcasting is really audio. So podcasting is really like a radio show. Podcasting is like
Right.
having a radio show.
Right.
Now, big videos gotten big recently because everybody like to see and shit. So you want to capture the video, but you can capture video or you can get to video production. The video production is where it starts getting expensive. You know what I'm saying? That's when you got to bring in a team. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to bring in a couple of my team, they need they proper taken care of. So it can get pretty expensive. Into the 10,000
So,
range and on up if we doing
so
a real live video production.
So do y'all don't teach video production?
I don't, but I got somebody who can. If you want to learn, I can teach it to you on a podcast level. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say if you want to just capture the video like me, I'm basically capturing the video. I capture the video. You know what I'm saying? I set my cameras up and I run them myself. I'm capturing
Uh-huh.
the video. But I'm not
Right.
I'm not a video production. I just learned from my guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I got into the podcasting. COVID. It was during COVID. COVID hit.
Right.
The music stuff shut down. And my bro hit me up. He was living with his buddy. He was living with his buddy. His buddy's named Tim James. He's the biggest podcast we produce. His name is Tim James. He's the health hero. He teaches health. He's a health coach and he sells health supplements. And so he was living with Tim James, and his business wasn't doing so good. And so they decided to start him a podcast. And so through this podcast, really the podcast is marketing and advertising. And so through the podcast, he started marketing and advertising his business and services. So him as a coach and him selling his supplements. And so, you know what I'm saying? He started his podcast, boy, and his business took off. He's been killing them ever since. He's actually killing them. So when we shut our other studio down, he actually moved down. He kind of moved down to Eastern Oregon to work with Tim James, because basically Tim James was doing all his interviews over Zoom. And so doing over Zoom, he kind of built it up to a point where he can't, build it up anymore. He needs to start doing guests in person. He needed to do in-person guests and really like connect with the people personally. And so that was his next move. And so my guy moved out there. He's helping Tim James, and he's finishing a documentary. And so that's how we got into that during COVID. He hit me up. He seen what I did for Third Twin. And so he wanted me to do the same thing for his production company as he was getting into podcasting. And so he made me a partner in his Gaddis Motion Productions. And that's when we opened the GMP Podcast Group Studios over there.
Bada boom.
Bada boom, bada bang.
That's how you do it. Yeah, man. You know what?
So that's how I got into the podcasting. And so I was around him. We would do pop-up shows. We would pack up the equipment and we'd go set up and do shows. And I would watch, I would help him with the setup. And like I said, I'm observant. I'm checking everything. I'm watching everything. Anything and everything, as my Kevin would say.
Yeah.
So that's how I got my setup now. That's because I watched what we was doing and learning from him just on the fly. You know what I'm saying? So now I got the same equipment and I got the same setup and I'm running the shit myself.
Man, that's crazy. You said you wasn't playing around.
No, man.
That's funny. Hey, you know what I did on COVID? I was stuck in the house with this crazy fool. just locked up.
She didn't leave you then, huh? She left at the wrong time.
Yeah, man, that would have been Hey, I should have told her it was an emergency back in Portland. You got to get out of here. I can't wait to get back over there because I just need my brain to get free and get open, see some of those folks. And then, man, I'm so proud of you. It's so funny because I didn't know none of that stuff was going on. And so I guess I got to tell you, I'm proud of you. So that's a wonderful job you're doing over there. Man, it's crazy that I didn't know anything like that. But when I was rocking and rolling, because if you're only 5 years younger than me. And then, So that means I'm thinking about what were the ages back when you were doing the videos, or when you did that first video with Roy?
When I did the first video with Roy, that was back in 2014. That was in 2014. 2014, okay, that's when I quit my job out at Reed. And then I was out at Reed, where my mom worked at. I was there for 42 years. I worked there for 8 years.
Okay.
I was a custodian. I had a couple of the dorms I
think that's the last thing. I think that's the last thing that I heard that you was doing right there. I think that's literally the last thing I heard you were doing right there.
That's what I was doing. And then I got into the music stuff with my boy Roy, and I would get my work done, and then I would get on the computer and promote and figure out how I was gonna move the ship. And so
you did that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And so like I said, I get my work done, and I'll sit down in the dorm, and I'll be on the computer. And one day my boss came in, and motherfucker yelled at me, said, "Naeem, man, something. They keep seeing you on the computer and something." And I let him say what he was gonna say, and then I took a step back. I said, this is my response to him yelling at me. I could have got mad, and he had no business yelling at me and shit. But I just because I know what the hell he was up to, nigga. He would come to work and he would leave and he'd be, he would be gone. He wouldn't even be on. That's why I could do what I would do. But
right.
I just took a step back and because I've been thinking, I've been doing this shit for a minute. I'm like, man, I can't be. I'm not gonna be able to be here until I retire. I know that this is cool. It's an easy job, but I ain't gonna be able to. So I was trying to figure out how I was gonna. And then the music stuff came up, and so I took a step back. Said, you know what? I've been thinking about putting my 2-week notice in. You should have seen the look on his face and how everything changed.
Exactly.
He said, when? I said, you have it by the end of the day.
Hey, listen. Hey, congratulations. Hey, Naeem, you know what I did? Hey, man, I went through the weekend one time. This is okay. Follow me on. I want you to know because I don't want to tell you too soon. I was thinking about it, and so man, I went through the weekend and I was like, So I called in Monday. You know what though? I didn't stay home. I got dressed up real fast and I got dressed up a little bit like I was how I usually be. Like I was dressed up all night because at my job I could pretty much it was casual, but I got dressed up, smelling good, cleaned up, and everything. And went out, and I saw how everybody was moving around me. I was like, oh, that's what, hey, you know what I did? I called in on Tuesday. Just chilled. Then I already knew I didn't need to go out again. My job was already did on Monday. I was like, I still got it. I was like, all right. So because I have been thinking about resigning for so long. I went in Wednesday already knowing I was gonna resign. I went in there. Hey, I went in there with a box. Because I work right by the door, so it's like I could just walk in and then go down. I was go down a little aisle, and so man, I started packing stuff up, and everybody was doing there was different things going on, but and then finally my manager, I had already went and talked to human resources. I had so much time built up that they said, well, you don't have to do the 2 weeks notice, and then they sent me a check on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I usually keep so much time in case I want to go on a nice vacation. I don't want to have to worry about it. So I always kept so much. So they gave me a check out of that one, and see, that's what I said. And then my secretary, that's the selfish thing about her. I resigned in May so I could start working on this because she's the brainiac. Remember I told you how fast she reads? Just think if she was those templates, if she was working with me on those templates, you know how fast they'd get done. But with her, I would have her read it and then make her show me because she can read it, learn it, and then show me. Remember I said. And then it won't bother her. It won't bother her for me to be like making sure I understand it. But when you talking and you doing it together, that's why I said. That's why I said this was the evil one right here. She just disappeared. I wasn't gonna start working on, and you know what, man? I might even talk to you a little bit more after this, just about to me, I'm gonna stay in contact. Not all the time. I know you busy, but when just about these certain little things, something popped in my mind or something. Even if I could text it or something, I'll send it over.
Send me a message. Yeah. Absolutely.
But I ain't in no rush right this minute. That's why I ain't in no rush right this minute. I ain't in no rush, man. I'm actually just warming up some barbecue with some grains.
Yeah.
Because we had that storm. I told you we had the storm. So so Friday I went and grabbed it, and so I had some yesterday and today. I finished it off right now. Yeah. All right, man. I'll let you get out of here.
Yep. Okay.
I know you got some things to do over there. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know. Make sure you tell everybody I said hello.
Yeah, I will. And I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna tap in with you this week and see one of these days when I'm in the studio where we can just jump on it and figure out how to get you into the studio so we can get you live.
Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah. And then also I'm gonna check out that video too. I want to check it out.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send you a link to it.
All right, my brother. You take care. Have a good night.
All right, brother. All right.